Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. So a moment in my life when I realized that Islam was it, I think that I don't recall a moment when that was not the case, but there were many aha moments, like when I truly realized that, I have a role and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is holding me by the hand. One that comes to mind is when I read Islamic history. And since I was a child, I loved Islamic history. And there was a Pakistani Muslim author, Naseem Hijazi, and I read Urdu and English both at the time, but Urdu was my preferred language. And he wrote Islamic history in such moving style. And I think it is through his books, as well as the poetry of Allama Muhammad Iqbal, rahimahumullah, when I began to feel both the love and the pain for the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I believe in particular, I think it was the story of Muhammad bin Qasim, who was the conqueror of Sindh in the Umayyad period, who brought Islam. And the story goes that it was a group of Muslims who had been captured by a Raja, a prince from a Hindu Raja of Sindh, who had taken as captive these Muslims, and among them was a Muslim woman who was mistreated, and she wrote a letter to Muslims. And this is really, really far away from Iraq, where this letter is received, and an army of Muslims is dispatched on behalf of this one woman who was abused. And the country of what is now Pakistan, but at that time it was the valley of the river Indus, it begins to be conquered in response to the suffering of one woman. And that, I thought, was always a really inspiring story for me, for what our mutual solidarity can do, the power it holds when we have honor and self-respect. And I felt, especially given how much suffering Muslims have to encounter today, and it's only increasing, as is as well the awareness of Islam and many good things, alhamdulillah. I think that story of self-respect and solidarity, that we will not let even one Muslim woman, man, or child suffer without responding. I think that was a moment when I felt I sort of knew my calling.
If you're benefiting from this content, then please make sure to click subscribe and make sure that you turn on your notifications.